Hey guys, welcome back. On today's video, I'm going to be talking to you and kind of sharing with you what we take into the parks when we go. Everybody's kind of different. Everybody's kind of got their own things that they like to take, what kind of bags they like to take. But I wanted to share with y'all what we take with us. There's two things I want to tell you too before we get started. Y'all just kind of ignore my nasaliness. I have a sinus infection and my eyes are kind of swollen, so I'm sorry, but I really wanted to go on and do this video for you guys. And the other thing, I have to show you my ears. I was so sad. For our last trip that we went on in January, we missed Splash Mountain by maybe 4 days, and I had purchased these for our trip, the last trip that we went on, before I knew when Splash Mountain was going to be closing. So I have to show y'all these because they're so cute. But aren't they just adorable? And I didn't get to wear them. But anyways, I love these, and I'll have to, I got them off of Etsy, so I have to share the shop that made them because they're just so cute and they have a lot of different options. So I wanted to show y'all those ears. Okay, so first thing I'm going to talk about is the bag that my husband takes. He likes a backpack, and I think we got it off of Amazon. I'll have to double check. But it is super, super lightweight. It actually folds up into about this big within itself, so you can fold it and then you tuck it back in and it turns into a square about this big. So I mean, it's super lightweight, it's washable. He loves it. It has lots of pockets. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is his backpack, and it, like I said, it has this compartment. It's got one up here. It's got two places, you know, for your water bottle. And then on the inside, it has a lot of compartments too, and it's very big. Let me see if I can open it for you so you can see. But we like the bags that will open pretty wide, so you can, I mean, see it will open. There's a pocket back here. This is the part, I'm pretty sure, I mean, no, that's not right. I think it's up here, that it folds back into. But we love this bag, and it opens super wide. So it's easy to get in and find what you're looking for. You know, bags can, the ones that don't open very wide, they can be kind of dark and you can't see what's in there. So we really like this bag. Like I said, it opens really wide, has lots of compartments, and it's super, super lightweight. So that's what he carries. He normally carries a lot more than I do because he'll carry stuff for me and my daughter too, our snacks. He'll take more drinks than I do. So he needs a little bit more room. What I take two different bags depending on where we're going. So if we're going into the park, I like to take this little sling bag. And it actually came from Walmart. It was, I mean, it was probably $15 or less, and I love this. I've had it for several years. It has several compartments too. I like these two compartments. I like to put, if I'm not using it, I like to put a charger pack in there. It's the perfect size. It's got one here, and it's got a little compartment up here. And I like to, this one opens pretty wide. It opens the length. There's stuff in here too, sorry. Hope nothing falls out. But it opens really wide too, so you can really see and get in there and find what you're looking for. So this is the one that I take into the parks with us. And it's super lightweight. It washes really well. And like I said, I've had it for years, and it came from Walmart. So this is the only downfall, it does not have a place for your water bottle, but I will just stick mine inside. So you may want to look for another option if you want a pocket for your water bottle. But I love this bag, and it was, like I said, from Walmart, super reasonable. The other bag that I take is when we go to Disney Springs. I like the little front crossbody. I mean, it's about this big. You've seen them before. A lot of the, you know, Lululemon, that's the brand that comes to mind when I think about that little big cross bag, but mine came from Amazon, and I love it. It's the perfect size for when we're going to Disney Springs. I can just put like a little bitty wallet in there that has my debit card, credit card, and my license in there, and I take maybe like $20 in cash. I just don't carry a lot of cash, but so that's the perfect size. Then I can put, you know, my phone, maybe some chapstick, a little lip gloss, and I mean, that's all I need. So I love that little bag, and it came from Amazon. So I've got my notes with me too because we take a lot, but they're in no particular order. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is you're going to want to take a battery pack, and I think this one came from Amazon too. I love this thing, and this one I liked because you can, oh, here it is. You can charge 2 at one time, so that's super nice, and it has, okay, so it has, I don't know what you call these things, but there's 3 things in there, and so I really like this a lot because you can charge multiple devices at one time. So I love, love, love this one. I'm pretty sure it came from Amazon. So with this, don't forget you want to have your charger too, your charging cord. So a lot of times when you're in the park, like I said in previous videos, you are going to be on your phone all the time when you're in the park. You're going to be on there on the My Disney Experience app, whether you're ordering lunch, dinner, you're trying to book Lightning Lane, so you're on Genie Plus, you're taking pictures, you're taking videos, you are going to run your battery life down. So you want to make sure you have one of these with you, because if you're going to be at the park all day, you're going to run out of battery. So a lot of times if I'm getting low or whatever and I say, oh, it's about time I need to charge it, you know, I'll just leave this in my backpack, hook it up to my phone. I'll let my phone be charging while I'm on it and just have this in my backpack, and so it's out of the way, but you can still be on your phone. So that's really handy. So I never forget this because we need it. Like I said, you're on your phone all day when you're at the park. So don't forget those 2 things. Another thing, don't forget your phone. Speaking of those, everything you need is going to be on that phone. You're going to be on your phone. And you're like, Taylor, I know I'm not going to leave my phone, but you know, it happens. So just try to always, I try to make a checklist before we walk out of the door of the resort. Like, do we have this? Do we have our magic bands? Do we have our phone? Do we have, you know, everything that we need? So don't forget your phone. Okay, so the next thing, like I said, no particular order, we take fans. And these are probably my favorite ones. They have these big clips, and I like these, especially for the stroller. They clip on really well to, like where Stella's sitting, you can clip it on and then she just turns it and it's blowing right on her. And then we also have one that we clip on the handle, like where you push the stroller. So then it can be blowing on, you know, while you're pushing, especially when it's super hot. These are super nice. And I've tried several, but these are my favorite. They're very, very powerful. Let's turn on so you can kind of see. It has different settings. But I mean, these are just, they feel so good. They are battery powered, but you can also charge them. These are from Amazon too. Love Amazon. So we really like these. I like the clip ones the best. And you can set them on a table. So like if you're eating lunch and it's hot, you know, and you don't want flies around while you're trying to eat. So that just kind of keeps stuff away too. So these were my favorite ones. We've had the kinds that don't clip, but I like that these clip and they have a pretty large base for you to set them on. Also, another thing that's really nice is if you're getting ready in the morning. Now, I don't wear makeup to the park. That's just me because I'm going to be sweating. But if you're one that wants to put makeup on and get ready, you can clip these to that little mirror that pulls out from the wall in your bathroom at the hotel, and clip that on there and have these blowing while you're trying to put your makeup on so you don't get super hot too, because it can get kind of hot and steamy in those bathrooms if you're trying to get ready and, you know, your husband's trying to take a shower, so it can get hot. But if you're like me, I don't wear makeup to the park. I just feel like it's a little bit of a waste. But anyways, that's just my opinion. But these fans they're great. It says Sky Genius. So anyways, Amazon, love these. Okay, the next thing, I don't have one with me, but sometimes we'll take cooling towels if we go, you know, when it's super, super hot in the summertime. Those are very nice. You know, just get them wet, wring them out, and then pop them, and then they'll have this cooling effect. So you can wrap them around your neck. I've seen people like put them on their heads with their hats on to try to keep their head kind of cool. So those come in handy too. The next thing, don't forget, and I couldn't find mine, so I got my daughter. So don't forget your sunglasses. You need to protect your eyes. It's very bright in Florida, so always remember to get your sunglasses. I know I look crazy right now, but they are pretty cute. They're little cat sunglasses. So anyways, don't forget your sunglasses. Those are going to be very important. And I have forgotten mine before, and I was so mad at myself because you need them. It is very bright. If you've been to Florida, it's sunny. Take your sunglasses. Okay, for guys, well, and girls too, but my husband always wears a hat. I don't ever wear one just because, you know, sometimes with rides and stuff, it's harder. You know, us girls, if we wear one, we have to pull our hair up, pull it through, you know, the hat, and then you're going to have to take it down once you get on the ride because your hat's going to blow off. To me, it's just too much to deal with. But, you know, for those guys out there like my husband, don't forget your hats. The sun is hot. You want to protect your head, protect your skin from the sun rays, so don't forget your hats. The next one, of course, are your ears. I do wear mini ears when I first get into the park. I always have them on just because I like, you know, to have them on when I take some pictures, but by lunchtime they're off. So like I said with a hat too, you know, when you get on a ride, you have to take it off because, you know, you don't want to lose your hat. Same goes with your Minnie or Mickey ears. You don't want to lose your ears. And so you're constantly taking them on and off when you're getting on rides. So I wear them for a little bit and then I just take them off and put them in my bag. So don't forget your ears. The next thing, don't forget ponytail holders. I always have one on my wrist most of the time, but I also put some in my bag just in case we do lose one. You know, it's me and my daughter. We're both pulling our hair up. So little kids tend to lose stuff, so if she loses one, I can look in my bag and I'll have some in there. So I always try to take ponytail holders. I've seen a lot of really cute scrunchies too, so you may be more of a scrunchie girl, so don't forget your scrunchie or your ponytail holders. The next thing, we take wipes with us, like wet ones, and I don't have any to show you, but I like those for wiping your hands off too. But like if we're going to eat, I like to wipe the table down first because sometimes, you know, it's not super clean, especially like at a quick service. If they're super busy, you know, they're doing the best they can, but they may have not gotten to that table yet, especially if it's really busy and you see somebody kind of cleaning up. So you're like, hey, let's run over to this table. So they don't have time to clean it, kind of, if you're doing that. So we always take wipes with us to wipe down the table or whatever surface we're going to be eating on. So don't forget your wipes. The next thing that we take are Ziploc bags, and they're good for a lot of things. If you are riding, let me back up too. I always take extra clothes for my toddler too. I don't, because if I get wet, I can kind of deal with it, let it dry throughout the day, but she can't deal with that. So I always take an extra set of clothes. So if her clothes were to get wet, I can take those off, put them in the Ziploc bag so nothing else in the bag gets wet, and then I can give her the dry clothes to change into. So we do use a lot of Ziploc bags when we go. We use them for snacks, like if we go to get a pretzel or something and there's some left over, we can just put it in that Ziploc bag and have it for later on during the day. So don't forget your Ziploc bags. They really come in handy. And I normally will take a couple of different sizes. Like I'll take just like the regular sandwich bag ones, and then I'll take the gallon bags to put clothes in if they get wet. Okay, so the next thing you need to take is a reusable water bottle. And this is ours. It's got the little castle on it. I don't know if you can see it good, but it's got the little, you know, just screw on lid. I think this actually came from Disney, but we always take a water bottle. A lot of people want the insulated kind. I do like those, but I feel like the ones that I've used in the past, they don't keep the water as cold as I would like them to. So I hate to spend a lot of money on an insulated one when I can just get a plastic one and just keep putting cold water in it from the parks. You can also ask them, a lot of times what we do if we have these plastic ones is I'll ask for a cup of ice and they will give you free water too. So we'll put ice in here and then put the water. So, I mean, it stays cold as long as it can, but I'm just fine with the plastic ones. But you may want an insulated one. It's just kind of your personal preference. Sorry, my nose. So if you hear me sniffling, I'm sorry. The next thing that we do, and my husband thought, he said, "You're crazy. I cannot believe you are packing these. Like, this is dumb." But I saw this before and I thought, I'm going to do this because Disney now has, sorry, just a second. Disney has paper straws now. So I like these reusable silicone straws. And you may think, that's crazy, I'm not packing these. And that's totally fine. But my daughter cannot stand the paper straws. They're, I think they may be everywhere. I can't remember, but I mostly remember them at Animal Kingdom. So when you're trying to drink out of those, they just get so soggy and it's just, bleh, I just can't stand it. So I bought some of these at Target, these little silicone straws, super easy. I just stick them in one of those Ziploc bags and then you're good to go. I mean, they just wad, I mean, they're just so little. They just wad up. So they're easy to just pack and pull them out when you need them and then just stick them back in a Ziploc bag. So I like taking these little straws. Okay, so the next thing, and we're out of them or I would show you, but I'll try to post a picture so you can see, are these little like child ID tattoos. You can get a bracelet too, but I always like to, Stella thinks the little tattoos are cool. So we ordered some of those from Etsy and they have different characters, but you can put your phone number on there and then just, you know, before you leave to go to the park, just stick that on their little wrist or something. So heaven forbid they get lost, at least they can say, hey, here's my mom or my dad's number. And I hope that that never happens to anybody, but it gives me just a little bit of peace of mind in case she did get separated from us, to have those little tattoos that have our phone number on them. So check into that too. And like I said, I'll post a picture, but I ordered ours from Etsy and I think she picked the Frozen themed ones, but they have all different kinds for boys and girls. Or you could get a bracelet too with your, I saw some that had like just the beads around them that had your phone number on it. So there's several different options, but that just gives us peace of mind. If she were to get separated from us, at least they have our phone number. So that's something to kind of think about too. The next thing I do, or I take, is, now this one's too big. I ended up not liking it, but I couldn't find my little one, is to take an RFD wallet. I ordered this one, which is super cute. I like the hot pink, but I ordered this from Amazon, but it was a little bit too big when I tried it on a previous trip. But you want to have that RFID protection on there. I just feel safer with that. I have a little one, and then my husband has a very, I mean, it is tiny. It is super, super thin, and it's a hard plastic, and he keeps all of his cards in there. It just kind of like stretches apart, and then you stick them in there. But this one, I think this would be good if you were traveling abroad or something. Like when I've been to Europe, I think this would be better then. But it has like all these little compartments on there. And it is cute. I really like the color, but it was just a little bit too big for me for Disney. Because like I said, all I take into the park is my credit card, debit card, and my license. That's all I take. And so this was just a little bit too much for me. But it is the RFID. So that is nice to have. Okay, the next thing I take is a small first aid kit. And I just kind of put all kinds of random things in there. I thought I brought it up here, but I don't see it. I might have forgotten it again. But anyways, it's just in a little like cosmetic bag, and I put Band-Aids, Tylenol, ibuprofen, an antacid like Pepto or something in there too, or what is that one called? Nexium. My husband has heartburn. So stuff like that, I put that in there. I put trying to think of what else. I'll put gum in there, my chapstick. It's called Body Glide. There's one for blisters. I like to use it too. I'll put that in there. I'll put a little tiny bottle of hand sanitizer in there, and then we carry a little bit of a bigger one too that's on a carabiner, and we just kind of clip it to our backpack. But you can kind of put whatever you need in there. I also put children's Tylenol, children's ibuprofen. So I use I guess I wish I had my bag with me, but it's about this big, and it's just, you know, a little zipper at the top. It doesn't have any pockets in it, and I just put everything in there that you may need if something were to happen. So just kind of think, okay, what would our family need? You may not have kids. You may not need children's Tylenol, or you may not need an antacid, but we always have several different things that I put in there just in case. Okay, so the next thing we need to take is sunscreen. I'm very fair complected. My daughter's very fair, and so we always take a little travel size aerosol can of hairspray in the park with us. We'll always spray before we go, but I like to have that just in case you need to reapply. Especially if you go in the summer, you're gonna want to reapply several times because it'd be miserable if you were out there and you got so sunburned. You're not gonna want to go back to the park the next day. It'd be awful. So just think about that too. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I hate this time of year, especially in the South. Like one day it's 30, today it's 75, and so my allergies are terrible. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to take is a poncho. So these are the ones that we use. They come from Walmart. I think they're like, I forget what my husband said, maybe 50 cents, 25 cents. I mean, they are so cheap for these little bitty ones. And I will tell you, these are the ones you use one time and throw them away. These are my favorite. I have bought the thicker kind from Walmart too, and they weren't expensive either. They were like $5, but the little thing that you put them in, I mean, it's probably this thick, so they are quite a bit bigger. The first time I wore those, it annoyed me. It was so hot anyways down there, and then you're in this tarp thing that is so thick, and so you're just sweaty and it's humid, and oh, it was bleh. I couldn't stand it, so I said I'm not using those again. So the next time it rained, I used these. It was so much better. They're super lightweight. I almost felt like they were more breathable because they weren't so heavy. Like if there was a little bit of a breeze, like you felt some air moving around. So these were my favorite ones. So I will always get several of these little throwaway ones and use these. So make sure you have some ponchos. The next thing you're going to want to take for your little ones, or you may want to get autographs too, you're going to want to take an autograph book. This is my daughter's, and they are, these are super, super cheap. And this is what the page looks like. And sorry, y'all just ignore my fingernails. I should have painted them before. I'm a hairstylist, so they're stained and they look dirty, but it's hair color. So anyways, this is what the page looks like. I ordered these from Walmart. I didn't want to spend a lot of money and get the super nice hard back ones just in case something happened, we lost it. These were, I think you got a 2-pack for $10 maybe. So, and I let her pick out which one she wanted, so she got these, but they have different ones, and I think these came from walmart.com, so she had these. The next thing that you're going to want to take for the autograph book is either a large Sharpie or a large pen. These, I love this pen. It's a good size for them. I'll always, click it before I give it to them, and you want one big because they're going to need something they can hold on to. If you get something too small, it's really hard for them to sign your autograph book. So kind of remember that too. The bigger the pen or the thicker it is, the better for them to hold on to. So the next thing we're going to talk about, and I don't have these up here either, are stroller clips or carabiners. They come in so much handy, they come in handy because if you buy a lot of stuff, you can actually, hook your shopping bags to those onto the stroller, so you don't have to carry them, especially if you had a baby that has a diaper bag that's in the underneath part of the stroller, and you kind of run out of room, but you need somewhere to put all these bags. These come in so much handy. I'm not saying this right, y'all just excuse me, but they come in handy. Also, we love to get a popcorn bucket while we're there, so you can clip your popcorn bucket on there. You can just clip just about anything on there. Your cup, your water bottle, like this one has, this little, you could hook it like this so you don't have to carry it. And then when you're ready, just unhook it and get a drink. So those clips are super, super handy. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to bring, and I think I said this before, but in our little first aid kit, you're going to want to bring some gum. If you are a gum chewer, I'm a gum chewer. I like to have gum, especially on those rides. Sometimes your ears may pop a little bit, but you cannot buy gum in Disney parks. That was something that Walt wanted. He didn't want gum stuck everywhere on his part, on the rides or on the benches or just it would be kind of nasty. I mean, y'all know these little kids are going to be sticking it up under tables. So he didn't want it sold in the park. So they do not sell gum. You will not find gum for sale anywhere on property. So if you want gum, make sure that you bring some. The next thing, you're going to want to bring some tissues. Like today, my allergies are terrible. If you go during flower and garden, all those flowers, you know, you may be fine at home and then you come and all these beautiful flowers have bloomed and you're going to be tore up like I am. Nose is running, sneezing, coughing. So you're going to want some tissues to take with you. So don't forget your tissues. Another thing you're going to want to take are earplugs or noise canceling headphones if you have little ones. Our daughter cannot stand loud noises. She cannot stand the fireworks. It just scares her to death. She loves to watch the fireworks, but she can't stand the loudness of it. And so we got some of these for our trip. We kind of had to learn the hard way. These are the noise canceling headphones. You know, you see the little kids wearing them at concerts sometimes too. These came from Amazon and they're, I don't remember the name, but this is what they look like. And they had a pretty high decibel, however you say that, not decimal, decibel number, whatever it's called. I don't know, my husband knew. But anyways, let's see, the last, not this past trip, but the trip before, we were there for the Halloween party, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and we were standing in line for Peter Pan. Well, the fireworks started going off and she about had to come apart. She's like, my ears, you know, and they are super loud. And so we ended up, like, I was having to stand there and just hold her ears because she, you know, was freaking out. So we bought these because I like watching the fireworks and I know she does too, but these just made life a whole lot easier. So get some of these if your child doesn't like super loud noises because those fireworks are super loud. Okay, so the next thing, there's 2 more things and then I'll wrap it up. You're going to want to bring pennies and quarters. Okay, so this last time we went, I think that the machines give you the pennies now. I remember when I was younger, you used to have to take your own pennies and you try to like go to the bank and get new ones so they'd be nice and shiny. But I think that they actually give you the pennies now. So when you pay for the pressed penny with your quarters, I think it just gives you one. I could be wrong. I need to ask my husband about that just to double check. But we like to get pressed pennies. That's a cheap souvenir you can take, and we just let my daughter kind of pick out whichever one she wants. And so that's something cheap and fun that you can do and have a souvenir. The last thing, we like to buy these pins, but we don't trade them. So if you like the Disney pins, like the pins that, you know, you can hook onto your shirt or your backpack, there's pin trading all over, and a lot of people are really into that. So if you want to, you know, do that, you're going to want to have like the official Disney pins. It has a little Mickey head that hooks onto the sharp part. It's going to have that on there. But a lot of people like to, you know, buy and trade pins. So if you want to do that, make sure that you have some pins with you. That's a lot of fun. Like I said, we like to buy them, but I've not traded them because I want to keep everyone that I have. So that's my last little thing that we take with us. I'm so glad that you guys were here today. I'm so sorry about my allergies and all this. Me keep having to wipe my nose. I'm so sorry. But it is allergy season in the South. So I'm so sorry. If you're still with me, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I love to hear from you guys. So if you want to leave a comment or if you want me to do a video about something, please let me know. I'd love to hear from y'all. I hope y'all have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.